out of it. So we can dye shit green. I can make the biggest fucking monument to my gem ever. That's what we should do. That's what we should do with the Nether portal. From both sides, it'll look like a big ass gem, and then in the middle of it, it'll just be a huge 23 by 23 fucking Nether portal. That's what we should do. It's like the Master Emerald from Sonic. It's dumb as shit. What am I looking for? I'm looking for wood. Do I not have any more wood? I used all the damn wood to make fences. Well, we need to terraform anyway, so I guess, you know. I need more water. Oh, I don't. There's water over here, but I just left it. Oh, yeah, see, look, it's already working. It would normally not go there, because it would, normally, not be it would be a wall there. Guess we can chop down some of these big-ass trees now. Okay. Is there another... Yeah, there he is. Oh, there's two. Playing a dangerous game sitting on decaying leaves, but, you know, oh well. Another one over here. Don't think I didn't see ya. Hate taking care of these fucking big ones, because they're always so fucking annoying with their, like, random logs. If you don't get them all, then you just have this, like, ball of leaf that's just in the air, because you can never be fucked with to take it down, because you're always doing something else. You're like, oh, I should take that down, and then you get distracted doing something else. And it's just a fight. It's a process that repeats ad nauseum every damn day of my life, and I swear to God, I'll do it eventually. Just get off my case. I need another fucking axe. Damn it. Why does everything I use break? Thank you for lurking, Brad. I don't know if like the lurk command is literally just something people do to say, "Hey, I'm here, but I'm lurking," or if it's actually something that a certain bot does, and people just give it a command to avoid the awkwardness of telling, "Hey, I'm gonna lurk." But all my bot does is it just prints stuff whenever you type in stuff. Okay, I think that's done. Okay. No idea if that is enough wood. Probably not, I would wager. No, it's only 15 logs. Fuck me. I chopped 3 trees down, and I'm like, damn, all in a day's work, huh? Still need to shave this mountain back more. I have another shovel. I came prepared. Look at me, look at me. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. And I can lead a nation with a microphone, with a microphone, with a microphone. I had a friend way back in elementary school who loved that song. It's the only reason I know it. Because he had it as his ringtone for everything. It's on his old flip phone. He had a really shitty recording of, he recorded it himself, actually, of his computer speakers of that song's chorus. So whenever he would get a call, it would be, I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars. So now every time I think of that song, I think of that. He was a good friend. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute, though. I should hit him up. Although he was a couple grades ahead of me, so he's probably like, you know, actually doing worthwhile stuff in the world. Let's see. Let's keep on deforesting. That is the name of the game. There we go. How many? Ah, that's a decent chunk. Grab the sticks and the saplings. Then we can start to hopefully... Oh, there's more stuff over here to grab. Any apples? I would love some apples. There's one. Ah, yeah. We got another one sitting on the edge. Should not happen anymore. Shit. Man, I never even finished clearing out this level. Did I miss one there? Shit. Nope. Maybe? No. Okay, I'm good. A plus. Still got a couple more blocks to gain on height. Yeah, because it needs to be bare minimum one above the fence posts. Damn. I'm not gonna have enough. I'm gonna have to go chop down more. Shit. Yeah, there you go. It worked. These... Okay, so this is the level the fence posts are on. We'll go one higher. Just... for the sake of it. Which I'm definitely not gonna have enough for this. Yeah. No. Alright, more trees. If I can manage to hop up on here. Did I see an apple? Must have picked it up. Let's see. What story do I have to tell? Oh. This is a recent one. Happened today while I was cutting grass, funnily enough. My fucking lawnmower, right, runs off batteries because I cannot be bothered to deal with gasoline. It's just too much of a hassle, and I'm too damn lazy to have to manage levels of fuel in a canister and a fucking lawnmower. So I have to charge up the batteries, right? Which actually reminds me I should go switch them out after I'm done telling the story. And there's two batteries in this lawnmower. And they're pretty decently sized batteries, you know. About the size of my forearm, I'd say. And I was finishing up the backyard, and wouldn't you know it, I have like, you know, I do it in squares because my backyard isn't a perfect. I do it in laps, I should say, because my backyard isn't a perfect square, and it's much easier to turn the lawnmower. It's a push mower, 90 degrees, than it is to do a fucking 180 and do rows. So I am finishing up this last square, this last patch of the yard that I have to do, and I'd say there's like three more paths, like turns that I have to do, and it's done, right? The second battery dies. So currently there is a patch in the middle of my yard, a soul patch, if you will, of long grass surrounded entirely by short grass. And I was furious because it was so close. It was so close to just not having to fucking go back out there today. But now I got it. And it's super hot. Like, fucking hell. Whack? Yeah. Shit's whack. It really depends on, like, the consistency of the grass. Is whether or not I can do that in one go or not. Like, if it's a super dry week, I can usually get it done in one go. But if the grass is like any kind of moisture or dew, it gets really sappy, and then it like sticks to the blades, so it has to like churn harder, I guess, and it uses more power. So today it was kind of wet. It wasn't super wet, but it was like wet enough that it was like, oh, cool. I can't finish the damn yard in one go. It was moist. Yep. Oh fuck, something broke that. That's rude. Um, real fast. I'm gonna go switch out those batteries. So I will be right back. Let me pop up that BRB thing. My scuffed ass BRB screen. There you go. I will be right back. Do not leave. I shall return. Okay, I'm coming back. I switched battery. Battery charge has initiated. I have returned. Moist? Yes. The grass. Get rid of this BRB screen. Thank you. Also, welcome. Always watching. Actually, no, I named you Lucky. Yeah. Welcome back, Lucky. It doesn't pop up in my stream, but it pops up on my actual Twitch chat. How you doing today, Lucky? You doing alright? How's the game? It's going pretty well. We have just successfully started on a cactus auto farm, I guess. You always just see that? It worked right there. Oh, yeah, look at that. All you gotta do is look at it, and it just performs. Then we can get our wood and finish off this. I think I might have it have a glass ceiling, just because that's a very greenhousey, I feel. I would have glass walls, but I don't. This looks disgusting, so I kind of want to hide it away. I was gonna head to sleep, but I don't want to sleep alone, so I tune in here. Oh, well, I'm glad I can help you drift off to sleep with my voice, as apparently so many people like to tell me I am excellent to fall asleep to, so you're welcome, I guess. We need sand. Don't want to sleep. Don't want to be awake either. Yeah, I feel that. You're when you're too damn tired to sleep. I get that sometimes. Usually after like a full day of like doing shit, and it's like, I need sleep, but also I don't want to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Okay, and then let's just pour sand in here. Get glass eventually. Not really tired. Not sure how I feel about today. So I'm ready for tomorrow to be amazing. Yeah. It's a good outlook. You can always make tomorrow a better day. This is not the final building, by the way. We're gonna actually make this fucking proper. I also need to fucking shave back this mountain. Been saying I need to do it. I swear to butt cheeks that tomorrow's worse. I'm going full Karen on the Lord. Oh boy. Gotta get the haircut. It's like a Super Saiyan power up. If you don't have the hair, are you really even that? Ah, fuck. No, I like my long hair. You don't want to get the butch cut? How else are you gonna demand life's manager? Actually, I don't know if this is the level. It's not the level. Oh well. But I saved. I COVID saved. What, for long hair is like a curtain? What does that mean? His hair. Yeah, we're talking about Lucky's hair. I don't know what it means like a curtain. When you're done talking, you just close the hair and face is gone. Oh my god. It's like a stage curtain. And if you can't see them, they can't see you. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Happy, what'd they say about your what'd they say about your PC though? Anything good, hopefully? PC, yeah, Happy their computer just wouldn't start. So Happy took it over to the Geek Squad, and they found out it was the power bank. It's probably gonna take longer because I need a new case because my current one is small. Ooh. Well, I mean, a new case isn't the end of the world, you know. The worst part about a larger case is finding the place to put it, you know. It might even help your computer breathe a bit more, depending on the case. Because from the pictures you sent me, it looked kind of fucking tight in there. Yeah, that's my issue. I don't have a lot of room, so I'll probably have to get a new desk too. Oof. I mean, you can just sit on the floor, right? Just be a little gremlin. Just sit on the floor. Who needs a desk anyway, right? Who needs good posture? Back health? What's that? So much money I just don't have. Yeah, sit on the floor. Sit on the floor. It's cheap. Kings would be sitting on the floor if they didn't have chairs. Exactly. So it's like the second best thing. Yeah. Exactly. Right? And Happy, you and me, we're princes, alright? So that analogy is like fucking, it's like the peanut butter to our jam. Or jelly, not the jam. Jam's gross. Jam has like bits in it. I like my jelly fucking puree. I like the bits that you're fucking gross. Do you like pulp in your orange juice? I swear to God, our friendship is teetering. Is teetering, Happy. These fucking misses on these opinions. I can't handle it. You don't like milk. You like the bits. So help me God, if you like pulp, James Bird and jelly. Isn't jelly an American thingy? Yeah. Actually, I can't have orange juice? Okay. I don't think there's any other drink that has pulp, though. So I can't really be like, oh, do you like pulp? You know, when I like to have a drink, I like that to be fucking liquid. I don't like there to be anything in there. That's the reason I don't like ice at all, because once ice gets too tiny, and it's like, this is now no longer a drink with ice, this is a drink with like fucking frozen bits in it, and it's like, I hate it. I love ice, good crunch. No! What the fuck? You don't want to crunch in a drink. No. No. Mm-mm. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. There you go. No. Ice bad. Ice go squeak on your teeth and then you want to vomit. No Chauvel, please. I'll take 2. Thank you. No, I actually go to restaurants. I'm the asshole who goes to restaurants and orders all my drinks with no ice. Because I'm like, I want my full fucking cup of liquid, thank you, that I pay for, not this fucking frozen water bullshit. And B, I hate ice. Ice cubes are like a near-death experience if you choke on it. It gets stuck in throat, scares you, and then you go, haha, got you, and then melts away. So no ice, please. Okay, there you go. Yeah. There you go. See? An actual reason. As opposed to me being a little fucking bitch, just not liking ice. Like, especially at McDonald's, right? I rarely go to McDonald's. But when I go to McDonald's, it's usually because I'm like, you know what? This is gonna, like, kill me inside, but, like, fuck, I want their hotcakes. I really like McDonald's pancakes. I don't know what it is about it. McDonald's has some fucking banger-ass pancakes. And every time I get them, I get a fucking sweet tea. And I get that sweet tea with no ice. And it's always hot. And I don't mind it. It's actually pretty good hot. Ice is evil. I don't trust it. Slippery, too. My poor old butt cheeks don't want to be slapped by ice fall. What the fuck? Oh, lucky. What the fuck does that even mean? Ever fallen on ice? Let me tell you something. It hurts. If that you go downhill. Oh. Oh. That's like a different type of ice in my head. It's like roller skate, roller rink, not roller. Ice skate ice. Then like drink ice. Also, ascending weapons is whack. WTD. All ice is evil. Yeah, I have never tried ice skating because I always heard that like horror story that if you fall down and your fingers like go out and then someone skates over your fingers, you'll lose your fingers. So I was like, I'm never fucking ice skating again. Because it's either fall on your fists, which sounds like a fucking great way to break your knuckles, or lose your fingers. Oh yeah, because ice skates are just knives. Don't fucking... Look, that's the shit I got told as a child, Happy. You're skating on knives. Razor sharp knives. I've got knives for hands. 911, what's your emergency? I've got knives for hands. What? I fucking love that call. It's true? Oh, okay. I thought you were making fun of me. Did it once, hated it. I was scared of falling, and a guy told me, you should fall so you won't be scared anymore. Bruh. I've fallen on ice. I know why I'm trying to avoid it. Yeah, that shit. Because, like, once you fall, it's like fucking... It's a pain in the dick to get back up, isn't it? Because it's fucking ice. I used to take a sports medicine class. I've seen lots of sports stuff. I've seen terrible things with ice skates. Yeah, I bet. Sports med. Oh, it's like a health class, but specifically around like sports stuff. Okay. How far back does this mountain go? All the way, huh? And you have stupid shoes too. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get up before the 6-year-olds can skate over my fingers? Yeah, exactly. It's dangerous as shit. And don't even get me started on roller skating, alright? Who the fuck decided, let's put wheels on our shoes? Our shoes are too good. Let's put fucking wheels on them. Now, Heelys are a happy medium. I'll take a Heely, alright? But roller skates, it's just no traction. It's like, these shoes have too much traction. Let's put wheels on. People did smoke funny things in the 80s. Oh, like the creation of the thing. Okay, I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? the creation of the roll. Okay, yeah. Was they only created in the fucking 80s? Damn. I would have thought they were around longer, because it doesn't seem like it's that fucking hard of a concept. It's just a wheel on a shoe. I like to think wheels on shoes is a moment of funny smokes. Sounds about right. Fuck, I can't imagine that shit getting greenlit, especially not today. Can you imagine going into, like, the health and safety board? Hear me out, guys. Alright? What if we took a shoe and we put a fucking wheel on it? They would fucking ban you from the premises. They were invented in 1753. That makes a lot more sense. I didn't know they had wheels back then. Or shoes. I didn't know they invented things back then. Yeah, same. I didn't know people, like, existed back then. That shit's wild. Petrus, you've been around long enough? Yes, exactly. I have been around for the entire dawn of humanity. Oh, thank you. Yes, no, I stopped aging at the age of 20. So yeah. I am 10,997 years old. I will turn 10,998 this October. I have seen the rise and the fall of humans. It was never the same once they discovered that they can burn coal. I should make you birthday art. Happy you've made so much art for me. I feel bad asking for more or getting I don't know. It's not like I asked for birthday art, but I feel bad. You make so much art and it's so good. Birthday coming up? Well, I mean, if coming up you mean in like fucking 60 days, sure. It's October 6th. No tears, only friendship. So close. Yes, it's but a blink to me. For you mortals, a few months. I've thought about doing like a webtoon-esque thing for lore and stuff in the past. But the issue with webtoon, right, is you need to be able to draw. And while I have a great story in mind, drawing is not my strong suit. Now you really sound like an old man? Oh yes. Who said I was immortal? Oh my god, you're just assuming my species? No, I'm assuming your current predicament. Elves are not immortal. At least not in my world. They live to be about 700. I, however, was unfortunate enough to be cursed upon birth for an arrogant, trifling matter done by my father. King Petrus III denied the advances of an evil witch named Lillian Vex, and she cursed upon him of his firstborn, for he shall see the end of the kingdom of Morana Dorai by his own eyes. I don't know if I'm mortal. I'll tell you when I when or if I die. I'm invested in the story. Yeah, it's a I hope so. I worked hard on this story. Petrus used to be an actual fucking novel character before I got shut down in my creativity from school. The lore slaps. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's the one thing that I like to think I have a lot of, like, footing in, is the lore. And that's why I would like it to be, like, presented in a good way, but also, like, the only way that I myself can present it is, like, through a fucking page of text on, like, fanfiction.net. Can you commission? Yeah, I can, but, like, fuck, it would be so expensive, because, like, there's panels and shit. I wouldn't want it to be, like, full-ass, like, you know, like, full-ass, like, shading and shit. Not if you kidnap an artist. Hey, Happy. Happy, I got a cool van. You want to check it out? I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind, right? Just, bring your computer. Does it have candy? Sure. You like butterscotch? Werthers? Caramels? I got Skittles. I got any other things that hopefully don't melt in extreme fucking heat. Because I don't think those types of vans have fucking AC in the back. At least the one that I had to ride in for my radio job didn't. Now you definitely... Werther's is not old! If someone in a van offers candy, get the candy, then join them. Because you will be disappointed if they kidnap you and you get no candy. And of course, if they lied about the candy, they're probably a bad person. I mean, flawless logic right there. I'm back. I test out Guild Wars 2 beta stuff. Cool. Welcome back. We're talking about my lore again, because, regulars here haven't heard that 15 fucking thousand times. My new necro is a drunk. Yeah, that sounds about right. He'll sit and argue to people to death, and then he'll raise them up to argue some more. Fuck you. I broke the stone, damn it. I haven't, sir. Story time? Okay. I drink stuff that hurts me just to yell at people. Makes sense. I got a pistol. Like in real life or in the game? But I shall tell the tale of Petrus Torellia Demonian the Fourth. In the game. Gotcha. So in this world, there are many different planes of existence. There is the plane where humans reside, mostly, with their various different forms and variations of all different types of species and mannerisms. Then there is the Feywild, a magical place inherited by elves, be it high elves, normal elves, wood elves, or drow. Any elf out there you can imagine is located in the Feywild. There's also different variations of Fey located here as well. There's fairies, pixies, other different types of Fey beasts. They run amok and bother those who are so unfortunate to step foot into the Feywild. Now, traversal between these planes is not easily done. For the elves, however, it is something that can be learned with enough practice and diligence. In the human world, magic is largely unused, for they see it inferior to their own devices. Either that or they are just ignorant of it. But in this Fey world lies a kingdom comparable to your humans' Rome. A vast, vast kingdom that expands. Guns beat magic. Look. Shut up. This is... Humans didn't have guns at that point. In this world lies a vast kingdom. Vast kingdom of Morana Dorai. And this kingdom is ruled over by a family by the name of the Demonians. Now, elves being elves, they do last quite a while compared to measly human lifespans. It varies some depending on the actual species. But the average is around 700, 750 years, with the longest elf lifespan being right about 1100 years. He was a grand old fool, that one. But this is not a tale of the history of the Feywild. This is a tale of one particular inheritance of the Demonian family. One such of the name of Petrus. He is not the first one of that name, no, nor is he the second, for he is the fourth. Son to Petrus the Third, and his mother Torellia. And in the royal family there is a tradition to take the name of the father, and the middle name is that of the mother. But if it is a female, then it will be the other way around. That's me, isn't it? Yes. Petrus Torellia Demonian the Fourth. My father is Petrus Demonian the Third. He also has a middle name, but I haven't decided on what my grandmother's name is. So up until that point, it's kind of up in the air. I don't need wood. Petunia. That sounds lame. I don't mean to shit on you. I'll have to actually think about it. It doesn't fit in the theme with like Torellia. And these were caring parents. They loved their kingdom and they loved their child. But one day, this was before the birth of Petrus the Third, Petrus the Fourth, excuse me, a witch. Now, you humans have a a mental depiction of the word witch that is different from us elves. This witch is, we use the word as more classification than an insult. It is someone who has ascended beyond the normal limits of what we consider in the magical arts. So it's someone extremely powerful and extremely potent in their arcane mastery. And this witch, we call the other ones wizards, the males. This witch goes by the name of Lillian Vex. Lillian Vex sought to seek my father's hand in companionship. But in recompense, she didn't want to be queen. She wanted him to abandon the throne. My father could not do that. So he denied Lillian. And in an outrage, Lillian cursed my father. Cursed my father with his firstborn, the one that shows most promise, shall live to see the day the kingdom falls, and live with the regret of having been the last heir to the kingdom of Morana Dorai forever. So, years passed. Petrus III has a son. Me, Petrus IV. And just like every other boy growing up, you know, granted, royalty, but, you know, I get into a few scrapes here and there. What my mother realizes is I heal remarkably quickly, with no real explanation why. She doesn't really think much of it. She mentions it to the royal archmage, who is the closest thing the royal family has to a wizard. Before my father's time, there was a grand wizard. That's a bad term. I shouldn't use that. Nope, he is just a wizard. Named Eric. And Eric, spelled A-E-R-I-C. I don't really know how to say it. I decided on the spelling before I decided on the pronunciation. So I'm just going to say Eric. Eric Yori. And Eric Yori discovered something... Yeah, it's just Eric. He discovered something remarkable about the way the world functions, and with its relation to how magic relates to it. Every person, every unique being, has their own genesis. And if you've ever watched Fate or know of Fate, yes, this is basically the origin thing of Fate, but I didn't know about Fate when I made this, so I'm too proud of it to ditch it just because someone else has something similar. And this Genesis knowledge was passed on to the royal family, and it was largely kept a secret until one day Eric decided to disappear. And after not hearing from Eric for way too long, they decided to visit his tower. And what they found was all of his notes regarding the Genesis, and how he had committed, not human experimentation, I guess elf experimentation, on prisoners to try and find out more about Genesis. About which ones. And what he found was astonishing. These unique things known as Genesis were present in almost every living creature. Every one of them different, every one of them unique, every one of them special, modifying how the user would held magic, if they could potentially use it. Whether it amplified firepower, amplified mana consumption, It was almost always an advantageous one. However, there were certain circumstances he found where it might not always pertain to advantageous ones. There's very few cases where it would be a disadvantage, and even more cases where it might be a mixture of the both. But this knowledge was passed along to the royal family and the archmage of it. And with this knowledge, they discovered that Petrus III had a genesis of earth manipulation. He had a heightened control over earth-based spells, and it took less mana to cast them. Torellia was excellent at lightning-based spells, and it was in the very early stages of research that Genesis could actually be passed down, sometimes even mutated and mixed between parents. Which, you know, if Eric had been around by the time of Petrus IV, lightning and earth are two opposing elements upon the wheel. So he would very much like to have studied Petrus IV, but alas, he disappeared without a trace generations ago. So, with that backstory out of the way, we return to modern day. Petrus is healing very quickly. His mother thinks nothing of it. You know, she considers, oh, maybe he has an affinity for healing spells or something akin to it. Until one day, a fine summer afternoon, you hear a scream from a balcony as Petrus IV, myself, falls from a great height and lands on his head. And the royal guards pertaining to that particular area witness Petrus land in what should have been the end of him. But as they watch on with horror, the body begins piecing itself back together. And after about a minute or so, up sits little toddler Petrus. Right as rain, fine as he was. And it was at this that the royal family stepped in and actually addressed the archmage and asked for help with it. For they were grateful for the power of Petrus, but they wanted to make sure that he was not overexerting mana. For what mana is life essence converted into magical power. And if you run out of mana, you can still cast spells, yes, but you take years off your life to do it. So, as Petrus aged up, they made sure to always have a personal guard with him, so make sure he can never be injured. Or if he could be injured, then it would be known about his secret of being able to heal too much. Which, the last thing you want in a royal heir is something strange about them. For it makes the people lose confidence. And Let's see. So Petrus grows up, and he learns very, very basic spells. You know, he shows a very strong affinity for magic, which is no surprise. Both Petrus III and Torellia are very, very adept in their own crafts. With Torellia being in her prime, one of the most powerful combat mages in the mage ward of the army. Petrus learns very simple spells, one of which is a spell named Find Familiar, or Summon Familiar, depending on your context. And this spell it's a unique spell. Very similar to how Genesis works. Find Familiar is a spell that you cast it, and the world decides on a familiar for you. And it's usually a symbolism. And through the notes of Eric, he discovered a very, very small relation between the Find Familiar spell and Genesis. Well, Petrus the Fourth, his familiar is a raven, which is usually seen as a symbol of death and despair. But what's interesting about Petrus's raven is it's albino, which can be seen as not life, for life is symbolized by a dove. A dove would be too kind to give to him. An albino raven is how a raven symbolizes nevermore. An albino raven symbolizes forevermore. It is an undeath, an immortality. Now, whether this pertains to just healing or actual age, they don't know at this point. But they do not wish to find out. And they do not tell Petrus the Fourth any of this. And so, his 16th birthday rolls around, and he was promised to be inducted into more mage learning after he turns 17. But on the eve of his 16th birthday, he wakes up to a clattering. And he leaves his bedroom only to feel a sharp pain in his back. And then another. And then finally, a third one. And as he reels in pain and turns around, he sees that there is not one, but two cloaked figures standing on either side of his doorway. And as he hears more commotion coming from his parents' bedroom, he falls to the ground, unconscious. For he might be immortal, and he might be crazy healing powers. He still feels pain, and he still loses blood, like any normal elf. He awakes. He cannot see, it's hard to breathe, and he cannot move. He hears the rustling of what sounds similar to wagon wheels on cobbled streets. The same cobbled streets that he's known all of his life. The Kingdom of Morana Dorai's cobbled streets. And this continues onward for hours. He's too scared to move, for he knows not of his ability. He thinks that they just knocked him out and failed to kill him. In his panic, he does not realize that his back no longer hurts as bad. It's still tender to him, but it has fully healed.